Eastern PA Weather 30 meteorologist Bobby Marchich here with your outlook for February 22nd, 2018. Quite the shock today from what we saw yesterday with many record highs across the region and temperatures that were well into the 70s and in some cases the 80s. Today we're going to be about 40 degrees colder than that, so it's going to feel like quite the shock. And we had a cold front that came through yesterday evening, and that pushed off to the south. We have overriding precipitation up above the front. Like this. It's going to kind of train over the area, and that's around the periphery of this high pressure that's off of the southeast. So everything's up and over, kind of like a ring of fire pattern that you would see in the summertime, but this is, of course, not that. We have a cold front to our south and then a overriding precipitation to the north of it, and that's what we're going to get today. This is not going to be especially heavy, I don't think. This is just going to be periods of showers that are going to come through during the course of today, and we have to watch the very far northern parts of the coverage area, very far northern parts, for the potential for some icing. Not a real big deal here either, but it was enough that we had to send some alerts yesterday afternoon for this potential. And I do think this is mainly just a northern Pennsylvania deal, extreme northern Pennsylvania, for that icing across northeastern Pennsylvania but also over into extreme northwestern northern New Jersey. That would include Sussex County mainly in northwest New Jersey, but some adjacent counties could get into the action as well, very briefly, but I think that's going to be in the afternoon as temperatures fall. So the temperatures that you have this morning will slowly drop off today, and we're going to have, so if you're in the mid-40s to start, you're probably down in the upper 30s or thereabout by the time you get to this evening. So a very slow fall, but it will be falling nonetheless, and we'll be feeling a lot colder than it did yesterday. Let's go over the NAM high-res future simulated radar. Here's a look at 7 a.m., and this is just showing the scattered shower activity to be across the region. 32-degree line is well up to the north, as we said, across northern Pennsylvania. So just watch that area today as I move this forward. You can see the scattered showers continuing in most areas, but then you have some areas that are getting into some sleet and freezing rain. And the 32-degree line at this point at 11 a.m. is below State College here and just above Williamsport. And up here like this. This is a 32-degree line. So anything above that, up in this area, is below 32 and in freezing. The problem is we were so warm yesterday, very warm. So these surfaces that this is falling on, even in areas that are going to be 32, 31, 30, the marginal temperatures to begin with, and it's falling during the day, so it's already working against it as far as radiational heating is concerned. But these surfaces are very warm. Very warm. So I really don't think unless it's going to be a widespread deal here with heavy accumulations. But we will have to watch those areas for frozen precipitation. You could have definitely some sleet mixed in with this precipitation. That's going to be falling, at least in the form of ice. Whether or not it accrues on the road surfaces remains to be seen. We'll have to watch these areas closely today and nowcasting, but I think you're going to be struggling just because of the warm temperatures out ahead of this. Temperatures are going to be falling, though, so it might become more conducive a little bit later. Here's 1 p.m., and you can see the sleet freezing rain continuing across the far northern tier of Pennsylvania. Once we get into the afternoon, later in the afternoon, mid-afternoon onward, that threat shifts into northern New Jersey, but it's just mainly sleet pellets. And again, road surfaces are warm here, and I don't think it's going to be a big issue here. Our biggest concerns would be the far northern counties closest to the New York Pennsylvania border. I think would have the best potential for that icing to occur, and back here toward just State College or just northwest of that. So that's the areas we're going to be watching. The rest of us are just dealing with showers, and this does come to an end fairly quickly in the evening. So this is not going to be going all night. And then once we get to the overnight period, we have the front moving back north a little bit, but still staying south of the region. Some more just widely scattered showers are going to occur in the overnight period, maybe some spotty freezing drizzle further north where it is colder. So we're going to watch those areas closely. And again, in these areas across the Poconos that are below 32 here, you could have some spotty freezing drizzle occurring overnight, so we'll have to keep a close eye on that as well. So we're going to keep a close eye on this system, but I just think it's going to be a far northern areas deal as far as frozen precipitation. Then we get a little bit of a break, and then overnight we get some that scattered light stuff. And then when we get into Friday, we have another wave that's going to come through the area. This is going to be mainly for the northern areas, though. Southern areas just stays cloudy down toward the Pennsylvania-Maryland border. And then north of there, you're talking about some scattered showered activity going on during the day on Friday. And then when we get a little bit closer here, or get a little further, I should say, this is looking at Friday night overnight, you get a break where it's just cloudy, and then you have more showers moving in, mainly just in the afternoon hours on Saturday, and then continuing overnight and into Sunday morning. This is Sunday morning right here. Here is Sunday afternoon. You can see it's already past us, so there is the opportunity for some clearing late in the day on Sunday. And we finally get rid of this system and this wet pattern over the next 4 days. That's expected straight through Sunday morning. And then we get back to mostly sunny skies both Monday and Tuesday. Here's a look at Monday. System off to our south. We're mostly sunny there. There's Tuesday. Mostly sunny, high pressure right over top. Bright and sunny on Tuesday. And then we get to partly cloudy skies here on Wednesday, but still, it's going to remain relatively mild next week, but just not nearly what we saw yesterday. But we're talking about temperatures that are still above average for this time of year, in the 50s, I think, for highs, lower 50s, but 50s nonetheless, and that's going to be the Monday through Wednesday time frame of next week. I'm Eastern PA with a 30 meteorologist, Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for February 22nd, 2018. Have a great Thursday.